Yes, we are live now. Hey everyone, it's Wesley here. Welcome back to our podcast. So today, let's get into the world of startup branding, um, especially startup branding on a budget. So there's this myth that hey, if you want to do proper branding, it's very expensive. But no, that is not true. That's not at all the truth. So let's face it, many of us rush through branding, right? So thinking it's just about the logo, it's just about the design, the color patterns, the color schemes, right? But I think that that's a huge mistake. Your brand is how people perceive your company. So basically, your perception is your brand. And branding is very crucial, especially to stand out in today's competitive markets. So let's see why branding is important, right? So think of your brand as the personality of for your business. It's how people feel about your company, um, not just what you sell. A strong brand builds trust. It builds loyalty. It helps you attract the right customers, and it's also like having a friend who always has your back, right? There's so many benefits to it. So let's walk through some of the tips for branding, especially if you're a startup founder. So how can you create a memorable brand without breaking the bank? So let's dive into some actionable tips. So the first one is to figure out your niche. It is very important to specialize in something, and don't make the mistake that don't be that guy trying to be everything to everyone. People remember you for a specific reason. If you want to be known for everything, people are going to forget you. It's as simple as that. So focus on one thing and do it well. Let's take an example. Subway, right? So Subway become famous for sandwiches, not burgers. So keep that in mind. Avoid over extensions. Don't spread yourself too thin too soon. Build a strong foundation in one specific area. um, that's very much effective than trying to conquer multiple markets. And secondly, I think it's very important to be original nowadays. Authenticity matters a lot. So if your market is very saturated, find a unique angle. Domino's was first to offer pizza delivery, and that actually set Domino's apart. And secondly, innovation. Look for opportunities where you can innovate, whether it's in your product or service, or it can even be as simple as your marketing approach. So third, I would say consistency. It's easy to start something, but it's very hard to stay consistent. So your brand message, your tone, your visuals should be consistent across all platforms. Think of it like dressing the same way every day. People tend to recognize you. Um, Another aspect to this is brand guidelines. So create a style to ensure everyone in your team understands and follows your brand standards, right? So that's very important. So fourth one would be know your audience in and out. So it's important to create detailed profiles of your ideal customers. This will help you to figure out your brand messaging, to tailor your brand message according to your audience, um, and understand your customers' needs, their pain points, what your customer goes through throughout their day. Um, Understand your customers' desires. This will guide your branding efforts. Fifth one would be storytelling, right? So this is where authenticity comes in place as well. So share your company stories honestly and authentically. People connect with stories, not just products. Uh, so clearly articulate your mission, values. This will be a guide to branding decisions and attract like-minded customers. And sixth would be creating a strong brand identity. So by brand identity, I mean the visual elements. Under visual elements, there's logo, color palette, typography. All these things together, they reflect about your brand's personality. It's also important to develop a clear tone, consistent tone and style for your written and spoken communications. Um, and seventh one would be is to bring a culture that aligns with your brand values. This could start with your company's employees as well. So it can be something like encouraging your employees to try to embody your brand and contribute to its success. So eighth one, I would say it's important to leverage digital marketing. So utilize social media platforms to engage with your audience and share your brand story. You can use social media to go live and connect with your audience and build a rapport. Um, Content marketing, create valuable and informative content that attracts and retains customers. Um, Another point, ninth one, I would say it's important to measure and analyze when it comes to branding campaigns. Identify your key performance indicators, track the relevant metrics to measure your branding and efforts effectiveness. Collect feedback from your customers, employees, and always be on the look for where you can improve and set yourself apart for success. And the final one, I would say it's very important, especially for startups, to adapt and evolve. Stay updated with market trends, industry trends, and customer behavior. Um, Always collect customer feedbacks, be responsive to a customer, and adjust your branding accordingly. So, if you created a brand, it's not like you have to stick to it. When you see market trends change, your customers change, it's so important to do a brand refresh. So remember, branding is not just about good-looking logo. It's about actually connecting with your audience and building a relationship with them on a deeper level. So by following these steps, you can create a memorable brand that helps your startup to stand out in the crowd. It helps you to gain a fighting chance to win customers among the competitive markets. So start brainstorming, get your brand story right, and start today. So see you all on the next episode of a podcast. Thanks.